is Sarah Michelle Bell. If this is your first time ever seeing me or one of my videos, welcome. I just got back from a 3-day solo trip to Walt Disney World. This is my second time doing a solo trip. The first time was definitely a learning curve, and we can talk all about that at another time. This video is all about what I brought and what I got from Disney World on this trip, and just showing you what I got. And I wanted to start off by showing you what I got for this trip, and it is these earrings from Spinning Carousel Co. I got these earrings. They are so cute. I found them. They're really chic. I'm a gold girl through and through, and once I saw them, I said I needed them. These are their liter size, so they have like a mini, liter, and a mega. And these are the liters. I love these earrings. I wore them from rope drop to finishing the parks. It never once hurt my ears. They were very comfortable. They went with every single one of my outfits. I might continue wearing them here back at home. And I kid you not, these are very comfortable. I needed to share that to start off the video because I've worn earrings and they just like hurt or drag down my ear. I can't, like, I end up taking them off midday. And not once did I do that with these earrings. These are so pretty, and I just needed to share that because they also just added a little bit of flair to my outfits. And to start off what I brought from my trip, I actually posted on my Instagram story I got the Mickey character totes that Disney released. They had Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. And I got the Mickey one. And I was in between because I wanted to get it embroidered. Because you can get anything embroidered at Magic Kingdom and at Disney Springs. Not sure we're at Disney Springs. But at Magic Kingdom, to right of the entrance is a shop called Curtain Call. And they will embroider anything. And so I got this tote and I wanted to embroider it, but I was in between my monogram or Mrs. Belt. I married my best friend, the love of my life, and he allowed me to go to Disney, and he gifted me an annual pass for my birthday last year. Honestly, I was like, what an ode to him, if you will. I love Mrs. Belt. I was so torn in between, so I posted it on my Instagram story of what I should get, and y'all said forget Mrs. Belt, get it monogrammed. So first things first, my favorite item of this trip is the Mickey tote bag, and I had gotten it monogrammed, and I added the Pluto keychain. And funny enough, I had the Mickey keychain, but it was attached to my other bag. And the first night I was running over to the last ride of the night, which was Star Wars Rise of Resistance, and it fell. And so I kind of put myself in a little bit of a timeout. It was my fault that I lost it. So I said, I'm not going to get it this trip. I'll get it next trip. But I ended up getting Pluto, and this is it, right? Now, however, I was like, dang it, like I really loved Mrs. Belt, and I wanted to get that, and I was just like, oh, I should just get another bag. Let me just get another bag and I'll get it, and I'm gonna get it this time embroidered. However, I didn't want to get Mickey because I already had Mickey. So one of my favorite characters is Goofy. I mean, honestly, let me be honest, like I love every single character there, but I loved Goofy because the theme of our house is a little bit like green and blue. Before I even did this, and I had already chosen Goofy, I asked Josh, I said, hey, what's your favorite Mickey and Friends character, from the crew? And he said Goofy, and funny enough, I had already chosen Goofy, and I said, I want to monogram this. So I did it. So this is my Mrs. Belt Goofy monogram. I love it. This is my second favorite thing. Funny enough, I had bought the Mickey one the first day, got it monogrammed, no issue. The second day, I bought this one, and I went to go monogram it, and they said they're at capacity for totes. And I said, oh my gosh, like I have to do this tomorrow. Like this is my last day at the parks, like I have to do this. I go the next day and they're like, we're at capacity. And I said, I'm literally leaving tomorrow. I can't go to Disney Springs. Like, is there any way? And they're like, yes. And so I was very fortunate of the cast members there that kind of squeezed me in and they got this done really fast. So thank you. Those are my two favorite things right now. I love those things. But as we're on the topic of the totes, Disney also released the character color blocking hat. Look what I got Josh. I got him the Mickey character color blocking hat and it has Walt Disney World on the back. I got him the Mickey one. And since his favorite character is Goofy, I also got the Goofy one. And that also says Walt Disney World on the back. It's not a snapback, and he usually wears the trucker style snapback hats. But I was at Star Wars and he loves that franchise. And so I said, let me get him another hat. And this one does have the snapback. So while I wear the bag, he wears the hats. We complement each other. Moving right along, I had an outfit on, but I didn't have any ears to go with my outfit. So I posted on my Instagram story which ears I should get. And you guys were torn between the pretty pink pastel ears or the newest butter yellow ears. And you guys were torn just as much as I was, but the pink ended up winning. These are my favorite ears. I actually had bought these for myself last year on my trip with Josh, and my mom had saw it and she said, can I give those to my granddaughter, my niece? And I said absolutely sure, and I hadn't had the chance to buy these again, and I'm so glad I did have the opportunity to buy these for myself again this time. We love those ears. It went with so many outfits, and these are my favorite right now. As you can tell, my favorite color is pink. I did not get this sweatshirt this trip. I actually ordered this one off of the Disney Store website. But it is still available at the parks. It's in the parks along with the Chip and Dale one as well. This trip, I've been wanting to go to the cake bake shop, like for my last couple trips that I've had, but I just haven't had the chance to do it. This trip, I made a priority and I went to the cake bake. And I didn't take anything to go, but my waiter said, do you want a cake bake tote? And I said, absolutely. And he gave me two, one on this side and one in this side. And I love it. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I love it. And it shows that I'm there. Another thing was, I was debating on getting these. I saw these Mickey Mouseware bag clips. And I was like, we need some anyways. Every time I roll our chips up, they end up unrolling themselves. And I have stale chips. So these will definitely do the job. I love these so much. And moving right along, I actually got a sweatshirt. I got some merch. I got some Mickey. I got some Mickey and Friends sweatshirt. I wore this one on the plane home. And something similar, I got this shirt. There you go, this shirt. I've been wanting to get a lot of Mickey and Friends and the crew like merch. I love this line. I love this collection. I love the graphics for these. I love that. And then one more shirt I got for myself was this one, and then on the back it has everything that would kind of like open or released on those dates. So that's really cool. And I got some things for Josh, but before I do that, I got the viral like teacup espresso, where people are using these for their espresso cups in the morning. I love this. I haven't brewed my coffee because I went to brunch this morning with some family. So tomorrow, I'd be curious to see if it actually fits and, you know, takes in all the coffee. And secondly, I got this bottle stopper because I will open a bottle of wine that has a cork in it and I have no way to close it back up. So I needed one anyways, just put a little bit of Mickey on it. So I got some shirts for Josh. He actually already wore one of his shirts to work yesterday. So there's that. So I got him this shirt. This is his favorite color, and I love music and all things music, so I said this combines us very well together. Secondly, cars. We love Lightning McQueen, so this was just so fitting, and I think this is so perfect for him. So I definitely got him these. I definitely got him this shirt. Once I saw it, I said this is so Josh for some reason. But what's really so Josh is this next shirt. My plan this trip was actually not to go to Animal Kingdom. I ended up going to Animal Kingdom, and I rode Mount Everest, and I was looking at some of the merch as I was leaving, and I saw the shirt, and I was like, this is so Josh. She loves Animal Kingdom, and this is a Mount Everest Animal Kingdom shirt, and this is just so him. So I definitely got him that as well. As some of you might know, Josh and I bought our very first house. And one of the things that we do is we personify things. We just personify things. For example, our house. We actually ended up naming our house. And we played around with a few names, and they just didn't fit until we said Donald. So I said I needed to get a plushie for Donald. So Donald needed to meet Donald. It's just so fitting. Donald is named after Donald Duck. And we love ducks too. Every time we go to Tractor Supply, I want to get a duck, and Josh is like, we can't. So this is the next best thing. Donald Duck is in the building, and he got to meet Donald. And then last but not least, I wanted to share something very sentimental, which is my very, very first trip to Walt Disney World was back in 2023 for my bachelorette to my send-off to marry Josh, my best friend, the love of my life. It was amazing. I actually did not know where I wanted to go for my bachelorette trip. I always wanted to go to Walt Disney World, but I knew that was going to be expensive and taxing, and I did not want to ask my bridesmaids of that. So I just said we could just do like a night in, we could just go out. Like, I had no idea. I didn't want to go to Nashville, I didn't want to go to Vegas, I didn't want to go to Charleston, I didn't want to do that. So I was just like, whatever you guys plan, I will be grateful for. If we don't plan anything, I will be grateful for. But my sister-in-law and my bridesmaids surprised me and took me to Walt Disney World for my very first trip for my bachelorette to my send-off. And in that trip, I decided to start a tradition where I was going to get a Christmas ornament to commemorate my trip. And I started that back in 2023. I have been on 5 trips, including this one, I think. And it has just been so much fun just going to the Christmas store at Disney Springs and looking for something that like really solidifies your trip. But this time I had a huge struggle. I was like, what am I gonna get? Like, I don't want just to get like a Mickey one. I was struggling. I was like, what am I gonna get? Like, what is like me? My first solo trip was back in October, and I got a boys camping ornament, which was with Mickey, Goofy, and Donald, because Josh was on a boys trip and I was on my first trip. So it was like, it married both very well together. This trip, I was like, man, what am I gonna do? And I found the one, and this one, you guys have seen it before in this video, but now it's in ornament form, and it kind of solidifies like I'm an annual pass holder. It's a true reminder of my husband supporting me, how much I love Disney, all in one ornament. And I got this ornament to solidify my trip. I got this ornament to really solidify my trip, and I had so much fun. Don't forget Tinkerbell right there. But I thought this was just me. I love this collection. I love the image. I love Mickey and Friends and the crew. You have all the princesses and everything in it. I just thought this was perfect. So I got that. I know that some of you voted on the cookie jar, on the Magic Kingdom cookie jar or the Epcot Ball cookie jar. And let me tell you, I was really debating, and I said, I'm going to wait. If I am really thinking about it and I really want it, and I have a place to put it in my kitchen or somewhere in our house, then I will absolutely get it. You must know, if I had to pick one, it was going to be the Magic Kingdom one. However, that might change in our next trip. So we will see in our next trip when we go. A haul, and I was very grateful, very fortunate, very thankful for my husband to provide and allow me to go on this trip. And also he gave me a bunch of gift cards to buy whatever I want, and I'm very grateful. I even came home with some leftovers. So I can't say enough. I'm thankful for my husband for letting me go, and for you guys for coming along with me and chatting with me and interacting. It was just so much fun. Probably should put this away and go get some groceries. And if you want to know any tips or tricks of doing a solo trip, let me know. I could definitely do a compare and contrast to my very first solo trip to my second, and there's a huge difference, I promise. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me choose my outfits and coming along with me on this trip. So until next time, I will be posting so much more videos and vlogs and pictures of this trip. So just keep a watch out on that. But